can't remember not loving food, so if I wanted to try the food, I had to make it myself.
An undisputed culinary king of the kitchen.
I'm going to do you a banging steak sandwich with a chimichurri sauce.
Go on, get stuck in.
Someone contacted me from the BBC, like, we're looking for contestants, we think you'd be good, do you want to do the show called Yes Chef? And I thought, yeah, I'll give that a go. I won it, and it was what I thought was just going to be a bit of fun, and it happened to be a pivotal moment in my life. So moved to London and haven't looked back since.
You saw these humble beginnings and now you're hanging out with like David Gandy, Tom Daly.
It's fucking nuts.
It is a very charmed life that you live, but have you ever had any points in your life where it's been tough and there's been a bit of turbulence?
Absolutely, it's been brutal. I could spend 5 or 6 days not speaking to anyone other than the person serving me in the shop, feeling a massive sense of loneliness. I've certainly had some really tricky times and like stuff I even try and want to block out because it's not been that easy.
Like what?
Welcome to the Mile Fly Club, your VIP lane to first-class travel tips, tell-all talk and turbulent life tales. Think the Mile High Club, only with more clothes, but no less revealing. Each week, I'll be inviting high-flying, globe-trotting guests to bear all in my club. So if you're searching for some tantalising travel tidbits and a good old gossip, you've arrived at the right destination. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to join me in the Mile Fly Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've now reached our cruising altitude. I'll go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Today's guest is the winner of BBC One's cooking competition, Yes Chef. Now he's an acclaimed author, influencer, model, fitness fanatic, and celebrity chef. Welcome to the Mile Fly Club, Chris Baber. It's lovely to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Oh, so look, I want to talk about where it all began for you. 2016, you won Yes Chef.
I did, yeah. And not the biggest show in the world, but I won it. And I was just a contestant, a home cook on a cookery show. And it was what I thought was just going to be a bit of fun. And it happened to be a pivotal moment in my life following the opportunity that came off the back of it.
So you'd always loved cooking, had you?
I can't remember not loving food. I was just always obsessed with it and grew up in the countryside, didn't have access to restaurants and this, that and the other, but I'd be captivated by watching people on TV and the travel element of what people were eating and where they were going. And we weren't like traveling growing up so much. So if I wanted to try the food, I had to make it myself. And it just became like a part of my life. And I thought it was normal to grow up loving to cook. And now I speak to friends with kids and stuff. And I'm like, how the hell did you start cooking? Like, how do I get my children to like food? But
quite inspiring. So you didn't travel much at all when you were younger?
Yeah, we did in sense of like, and I'm so grateful for the holidays we had. We do a lot in the UK, got some great memories in the Lake District. And, you know, we've been to, we did Disneyland, which was amazing, 1998, what a year. And then...
Why was it a year? What happened?
We went to Disneyland, Florida, didn't I? You know, it was like, what an amazing thing to do with my family. But, you know, we'd be to like Mallorca. They're very much like a package family holiday thing or like a holiday cottage. But we weren't one of them families that have like tales from our travels in Morocco, collecting spices or anything like that. It was very much just, I guess, I don't know how to describe it, but we weren't in Thailand and things like that, put it that way.
No, but you still had many like family holidays and fond memories that you look back on.
Really fond memories.
So it wasn't that your travels inspired your cooking then?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think it was predominantly people on TV, the TV chefs of the time, Rick Stein, all of this sort of characters that inspired me to cook and the way they was storytelling through television.
So you entered the show, you won the show, and then soon after you ended up working in a Michelin star restaurant in London.
So there's a judge called Atul Kutcher on the show, first Indian chef in the UK to get Michelin star, still a great friend, mentor, whatever you want to call him now. And he basically said, Chris, you can actually cook. If you want a real job, come work in London. You know, I'd only been to London on holiday. I didn't know much about it. I was 25, still living at home, hadn't travelled really, hadn't been to uni, very much a small town home boy. And then I thought, you know, I'll give it a go. So moved to London and haven't looked back since.
And how was it like working in that environment? Because I always think, oh my word, it must just be so stressful working in a kitchen.
It was nuts, but amazing. It was very calm in there, but it was like clockwork. And I just went in and soaked it all up like a sponge. And I think because my intention wasn't to really work in the restaurant trade, I didn't really feel a pressure. It was like, I'm going to go and embrace this experience and just see where it goes. I didn't have any expectation on it.
So you were a young boy moving to London, but originally, we can't ignore that accent, that lovely accent of yours. How often do you get to go back home now?
Oh, not often enough. And I wish it was more. And I look at where I grew up in Northumberland, and it's one of them where you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Because I thought it was normal to be 10 miles from Hadrian's Wall, like a short trip to the coast and unspoilt landscapes and fresh air. And then now when I go back, I just appreciate it more and more. But maybe, Christmas, Easter, 4-5 times a year.
I think when it's on your doorstep, you really do take it for granted. And I think actually we talk about travel and going abroad, but actually we do have so much here in the UK, don't we? I mean, the Lake District, holds another...
Yeah, Lake District's amazing. So where my family, about an hour and a half from the lakes, got some fond memories of family holidays in the Lake District. Or every time I'm up, if the weather's nice, we try and get over there for a hike. But yeah, Northumberland, you got the coastline, Bamburgh, Alnwick Castle, obviously where Hogwarts was in Harry Potter, Hadrian's Wall. The landscape's amazing.
Yeah, and you've travelled a lot of the UK now with Marks and Spencer, right? Because did you film a commercial?
Yeah, we did.
With
So
them?
I was basically visiting all of the farmers that they use. I must have been to 30, 40 farms across the UK and seen places that I didn't think I would even get to or wouldn't even cross my radar.
Yeah.
We've been to like the very top of Scotland to pick strawberries. And would you believe that strawberries grown in Scotland, because of the longer daylight hours, ripen slightly more slowly. They develop a bit more sugar, so they're a bit more sweet and juicy. Top fact for the day. But I'd learned so much just traveling around the UK. I've been to Jersey roll potatoes, been everywhere, and really rediscovered the UK.
Yeah. And we've talked actually a bit about cold water swimming as well. You're a fan of that, aren't you? Because you were encouraging me to do some cold water swimming somewhere I think that was in the Lake District, wasn't it?
I think I encouraged you off my experience of doing it once, being like, go on, it's the best thing. You can't go wrong with a bit of cold water
And
swimming.
there I was. I found myself in Scotland in January.
Yeah.
Swimming.
How was it?
Yeah, probably won't be doing it again. I was in the street with a dressing gown on, and but
It's amazing feeling, but I mean it is cold, isn't it? Open water swimming in maybe an Italian lake might be more pleasant.
Yeah,
but
that does sound more appealing.
No, it's great. I've swam in Cornwall. I've been, like, when I go home, some of my friends, they class themselves open water swimmers. They go for a jump in the river, but I try and do it now and again.
Life is very different now, isn't it? You on your Instagram, I often see you hanging out with the likes of David Gandy.
A good friend of mine. He's travelled. He'd be a good guest on here.
I bet he has travelled. I mean, how did you find yourself meeting these people?
I'm a northerner. I talk to everyone. So David is a great one, actually. I'd left the restaurant in London, didn't know anyone, literally didn't have a mate down there, not a sob story or anything. I just didn't. I moved somewhere new. I remember walking up the Fulham Road and I bumped into someone and I'm like, it's David Gandy, isn't it? And I was like, how's it going? Didn't really know what to say, and we just got chatting. And I remember him saying, Northern boy in London, what you doing down here?
I mean, Chris, that isn't normal. David Gandy doesn't just randomly stop people on the street and go, hi, let's have a chat.
I think it was more me going, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I think I just read an article he'd written about food in like a GQ or something. I said, I read this thing. He said, well, what do you do? I said, I'm a chef. He said, oh, interesting. We chatted for 5-10 minutes. He said, I'll follow you on Instagram. So whatever, trying to throw me off kind of thing. And sure enough, he did. And I remember messaging being like, thanks for stopping, can't believe it. If you're ever free, like, I'd love to get you a coffee out. And then sure enough, we ended up meeting a couple of weeks later. And we just sat for like an hour and a half with his little dog Dora and we just kind of clicked and just chatting about normal stuff. Wow. And then it turned into like a great friendship. He was one of my best friends, talked to him most days.
So do you think like meeting David is kind of what led you to meeting other supermodels or celebrity friends? Because you've got a few.
Yeah, there's a few, but I think a lot of it comes through the opportunities I've had with work, just being in the right places and just being fairly nice. But yeah, I think...
Has it got anything to do with your cooking skills? Do they often ask you to cook for them?
Do you know what? Very rarely, because I think they wouldn't...
I'm still waiting for you to cook for me, Chris.
Well, Well, let's sort that out then. You know what? I cook for fun, but it's never like a job, like, because I'm happy to go and cook. It's one of my greatest joys was always cooking for my friends and family. So just to cook for my friends, it's one of the best things ever.
How great is that when what you do as your job doesn't really feel like a job or work?
It doesn't. And you probably have people talk about like work-life balance. I love the days I'm working because I'm so passionate about what I do. I find that those to be the days I love it.
Someone else you have been working with recently is another friend of mine. Actually, I met Robson at Cheltenham a number of years ago, Robson Green, and people stopped me and said, "Oh, how's your dad?" I'm like, "My dad?" And they're like, yeah, Robson. I'm like, Robson Green's not my dad. So now Robson and I have this running joke that I'm like, all right, Dad, how you doing? You've been filming with him recently, haven't you?
I bet he loves that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I filmed his weekend escape show in Northumberland. We're both from the same town. And we got to travel around Northumberland and relive, like, things I used to do in my childhood. We went sailing together. We got some local ingredients, did some cooking, had a right laugh. I mean...
What did you cook?
Oh, I got some lamb from the butchers in the town where I grew up, and then we just went to this place called Hexhamshire Organics and just picked up some Swiss chard, some different herbs. I made this like seared lamb with like a salsa verde and all this, just simple.
Where'd you get the recipes from then? Was it just in your head?
No, just Instagram, you know. No,
yeah.
No, for me, it all comes down to like what's in season and where am I, and look at the ingredients in front of me. And I think the more I learn through travel, through everything, is good quality ingredients. You can keep it fairly simple, and they sort of do all the heavy lifting. So,
favourite places you've travelled to?
You know,
not in the UK.
Not in the UK. It's a great question because it's only really been the last 2 or 3 years I've been able to travel a lot. Been fortunate enough to do it with work, and it's a really difficult question. I really like America, in California, Carmel Valley. Don't know if you've been there.
Carmel, Monterey, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
it's beautiful.
Beautiful. The quality of the food, the ingredients there is so fresh, but then you've got all the outdoorsy stuff that I like. Where else have I been?
Carmel, that's where Clint Eastwood, wasn't he mayor of that town?
I think so, yeah, he was. Good knowledge. Where else? It's hard because everywhere's good for so many different reasons. Singapore blew my mind.
Not been there.
Get it on the list. Where else?
How often are you travelling now then?
I've probably travelled more in the last 2 years than I have in the last 10 or 15 collectively. So it's been a bit more sporadic, and I think I've become accustomed to travelling and just realised how easy it is to book something last minute and jump on a plane. I think because I didn't do it very often. Because
you travel the amount you do, have you got any travel tips for anybody?
I mean, the one thing I've loved doing is being part of a loyalty program. Because I'm starting to travel more, I'm thinking, well, I might as well get the benefits of getting a hotel at a better rate, or is it the flights? And just, there seems to be so many different benefits of joining a loyalty program.
Absolutely. Have you heard of Expedia's One Key program?
I haven't, no.
Okay, it's a new program, definitely worth linking into. It's completely free to sign up, and you will benefit from points when you book hotels, cars, flights, and then you can use those points as a discount when you then book.
I can use it on all of the aspects of the trip. Yeah,
and because it's through Expedia, and Expedia are linked with hotels.com, Verbo, and you can actually use those points on any of those platforms.
So I can use those rewards on my next holiday. For example, if I book a villa on Verbo.
Yeah, that's right. You'll earn 1 key cash, which can be used across all of those apps. And you can still benefit from your air miles as well if you collect those.
Oh, it's a win-win, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I like the fact you can use it across all the platforms as well, because there's so many places to look for where to book and what to do.
Exactly. You don't then need to book your flights in the same place as your hotel or your car hire. You can use it across all those platforms. So definitely look into that one.
I'm sold.
There you go. When you're travelling, how much do you choose a destination based on the food?
You know, I might not choose the destination based on the food, but once I've got the destination, the first thing my mind goes to is, where do I eat? What am I going to eat? What's the local cuisine? Like, who do I need to meet when I'm out there? So I think there's so many places to go, and I think everywhere has a different reason for visiting food-wise, but I wouldn't base the decision on that alone.
But would you like when you're traveling, do you ever think, right, you're happy to eat off the street food stalls, or do you look for like the Michelin star restaurants? Like what do you get the most out of?
I get the most out of both. I think there's a great experience to be had with both options. I was in the south of France a few weeks ago, and I went from everything from like a very small local place, slightly off the coast in a lovely little town, very simple, inexpensive food. And I went all the way to this fantastic restaurant that's arguably one of the best chefs in the world at the minute. 2 amazing meals, both 10 out of 10, but just different experiences. So I think you've got to, if you can, explore a bit of everything.
And what advice would you give to people that were fussy about food when it comes to travel? You know, like the likes of people go, oh, I just like to go to the English pub, or that I want my fish and chips abroad, or
go to Benidorm, maybe, because you get your fish and chips and
No,
what would I say? I would say just be open-minded to it. It's only food. It's not going to kill you, and the chances are you'll probably try it. And even if you don't like it, it just opens your eyes a bit to it. And I think it's food's one of the greatest joys in life. It like excites all of the senses. It starts conversations. So even if the food that you eat doesn't necessarily blow you away because you prefer your turkey dinosaurs and chips, you might just meet someone and have a fantastic experience anyway.
Yeah.
So just give it a go.
This is your captain speaking. I hope you're enjoying the flight. If you like what you're hearing, you can catch up with the rest of the series on our YouTube channel, all major audio streaming platforms, or check out some clips on our socials. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying traveling with the Mile Fly Club. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight.
I tell you what's quite interesting when you travel to. I'm not vegan. I literally will eat anything and everything. I'll try. Yeah. So when you cook for me, bear that in mind. But it's really interesting when you go to France. I've got friends that are vegan. They go to France and they say, oh, can I have a vegan meal? And they go, tuna salad? And they're like, no, it's not vegan. Do you think, like, why is it that those countries just haven't caught up? Because you go to America and they're really like, they get vegan, people that are vegan, right?
I mean, this is my opinion, but I don't think they've necessarily caught up. I think places like France really understand food. I think it's a real...
Wow, that's quite a saying.
No, I think it's a real foodie culture. And the one thing I love from my experiences in France is the person that lives in the big house at the top of the hill with all the money shops in the same market as the working class family. And it's generally seasonal produce driven. And I think that is the way I think we should all be eating. And when you eat what's in season, it tastes better and it costs less because there's a glut of it and they have to sell it. And I think certain countries in Europe are just so obsessed with food and how amazing it is. Like the thought of a alternative milk is, what is this? So
there needs to be a bit more.
I think education around seasonal food, and part of my job traveling around the UK is a real education piece on that. So I don't think they've necessarily caught up. I think they're quite sensible.
Do you ever cook for any well-known people when you're abroad?
Oh, when I'm abroad, well-known people. Do you know what?
Oh, come on. I saw you with Delta Goodrum.
Oh, I didn't cook anything for that. We went to watch some music. There's no food involved. How'd
you hang out with her?
Oh, my friend Stuart introduced me to her.
Of course he did.
Because they were doing some stuff in Australia together work-wise. But no, I've never cooked.
And what about Tom Daly?
Tom Daly. Yeah, me and Tom have cooked loads of times. Tom's a great friend of mine and he's just done fantastic in the Olympics. So, yeah, but Tom, I've spent time...
How is Tom a good friend then?
How's Tom a good friend? Through food, actually. He has a cookbook and we ended up connecting in the sort of food scene at some space. But I've known Tom for about 8 years. And what fascinates me, I know quite a lot of athletes, Olympians, they seem to be some of the most relaxed people about their food. Any from my experience of the friends I've got in that space, they're not obsessively tracking their calories and stuff. They eat good food because they know they train hard, and I think they have a good understanding of it.
Well, that's something else that I think I'm very aware of you, is your fitness. You're in fab shape.
Well,
you are. Come on, Chris. I mean, you don't get a physique like that, do you? Just you are always working out. But how much of it is exercise? How much of it is about your diet?
I think it's a good mix of both. I think just some people go so hard in on one and none on the other. I just balance the two of them out. I think if I'm training hard, I can kind of eat what I like when I'm out and I just rein it in a little bit at home. But it's an interesting one because I think the more you cook, it's not even a fitness or food podcast, but you just get a greater understanding the more you cook from scratch of what's actually going into the food that you're eating. And I've never counted a calorie or anything like that. I just put the work in and enjoy my food.
Oh, well, you're definitely doing something right. You look great. So look, what about you? What about personal relationships? You're in a relationship at the moment?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy cooking for your partner?
Oh, I love it. It was the one thing I always wanted to do, like just have like little things mean the most. You know, you talk about all these famous people and all these amazing places, but there's something special about just sharing food with someone, isn't there? It's such a nice experience.
And have you travelled together?
Yeah, we went to Budapest on my birthday, which was nice. So never been there. And she loves to travel. I think she's been to like 56 countries or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting getting someone's perspective on travel that has been there, done that, travelled just about everywhere. In my head, that's everywhere.
So what does she do?
Work-wise? Oh, really going into it. Works in television, actually.
Yeah. Can you reveal who it is?
Not behind the scenes, yeah.
So she knows a lot about travel.
A lot.
So you were together in Budapest.
Yeah.
What were you eating there?
Oh, we were there in a heat wave, and I'm thinking, I know a little bit about this food. It's goulash. I'm thinking, God, this is going to be exciting. Eating that and the stodge, which I tried, and it was beautiful. But then I found there's like quite a big Jewish community there.
Yeah.
And the food, like you look at some of the grilled meats and the salads and some of the lighter sort of stuff. I try to stay away from the dumplings and...
Oh, it's great. I'd say, yeah, as you say, like it is sort of stodgy food, feel like wintry food.
Yeah.
I went to Budapest in December.
Yeah.
And I'd say it's an amazing place to go to there with like the markets and where else is on your wish list then in terms of places to travel to? Definitely
Asia, because I've been to Singapore, but I haven't done Thailand, Cambodia, or any of that. And I would love to go to India. So the restaurant I worked in was Indian. I've always had a love of Indian food. And, you know, I've cooked Indian food at a very high level and I love to cook it. It's probably like, do you like Indian food?
I love Indian food,
I'd probably cook Indian food when I do this meal, but I'd love to go there. And if you talk about your veganism and stuff, a lot of food in India just happens to be vegan because they know how to cook vegetables properly and do a good job of it. So India and Asia.
It is a very charmed life that you live, and you know you've had a really interesting career to this point, but have you ever had any points in your life where it's been tough and there's been a bit of turbulence?
Absolutely, it's been brutal. Like when I moved to London, I decided to leave a restaurant and live in one of the most expensive cities in the world where I didn't know anyone. I didn't want to go down the restaurant route. I wanted to try and do something more in the media. Without, you know how it is, if you haven't got a single contact in that game or a portfolio of work or anything to go off, I started from scratch and I lived for a number of years in somewhere that I actually really hated. I've lived with people I really didn't like just to get by. I don't rely on any family money. I got none of that. So yeah, I've had some like really, really tough times.
What was tough about, you know?
Earning no money, not knowing anyone, feeling a massive sense of loneliness. Yes, we've talked about someone I've made friends with, but they're busy and that's one person. And trying to build a network when I come from such a small town with a sense of community, I could spend 5 or 6 days not speaking to anyone other than the person serving me in the shop. So yeah, it's all nice now and stuff, but I've certainly had some really tricky times and like stuff I even want to block out because it's not been that easy.
Like what?
Just my living environment and not being comfortable and that becoming normal to live somewhere that you're really not comfortable in as a home, and knowing like there isn't a backup plan. I don't have an education formally, and I just had this like idea of what I wanted to do and I just had to make it work because there was no backup plan. And I haven't got family funding me to be, you know, give it a go and if you don't like it sort of thing. It was like, I was 25 at the time, kind of like had to make it work. So a lot of stress.
So what do your family think about where you are right now and what you're doing?
Oh, they're buzzing. Like, they're so delighted to see me living my life because I was a bit frustrated in my early 20s trying to figure out what I was going to do, where the opportunities were going to come from, and just I was really trying to piece it together. And then they'd see me come home at Christmas in those years I spoke about, like lost weight, probably I'd never want to share anything. I don't want to, you know, worry them. I think that's a big word that people throw around easily. I don't think I was depressed. I think I was stressed and probably using exercise as an outlet to the extreme. But just like, I think you only look back and realize I was just like constant state of stress, living somewhere that you don't want to live. When you dread putting the key in the front door and you haven't got enough money to go somewhere else for years, that's tough. And I think it's just a compound effect of that. And, you're in a big place where you don't know anyone, but everyone else seems to know each other. It's a horrible feeling. But yeah, they're delighted. My parents are delighted that I'm just enjoying myself. I think that's the thing my dad said, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
So who inspires you?
There's a number of people that inspire me. I think all of my friends inspire me for different reasons. And I've got a small group of very good friends. They're all in different industries, not necessarily media or TV. And they all do well. But it's not even that. It's just how they treat other people. You learn so much from people for different reasons. So I love Rick Stein for what he did with TV. I think the way he story tells through food, through travel. I remember he did a series called India that just like opened my eyes to, I think his shows have really inspired me in terms of how I'd want to tell a story about food. But then if you look at like on the bigger scale, like a Gordon Ramsay who's cracked the epitome of fine dining with 3 Michelin stars to also having like global recognition around the world. I don't think anyone's ever going to get close to what he's done.
Oh, I reckon you're going to be out in LA.
No chance. So there's so many different people for all different reasons, but then I can go to like a fantastic restaurant that is so kind of low key, but the food's amazing, and that chef will inspire me for their reasons. So I think food has so many different, I don't even know what the word is. Food has so many different meanings to it, not just in the restaurant space. So yeah.
Do you think you've got a plan of what's next, or where you're going, or are you just literally winging it?
Yeah, winging it. No, I kind of have a plan, but it keeps changing because of the way the world's changing now, with social media being one of the things that's changing rapidly. And where I might have wanted to be on TV all of the time, it's probably changed because the opportunities aren't there like they used to be, and more money's going into other things. Podcasts, social media. So I think the goalposts keep shifting, but it's just important you keep redirecting your way there.
So what is next for you?
What is next for me? Potentially something off the back of what I did with Robson. We're trying to get that to happen. But, one day maybe I would like to have my own business. At the minute, I work for some incredible brands and I'm going to continue to do that. But I've never aspired to have a restaurant. But as time's going on, maybe that's something I'd look into in the future. Not necessarily being a chef there, but creating a concept with friends and being in a team. I think as time goes by, I'm learning that I love to be part of a team and seeing something grow that's like bigger than just talking about myself.
Talking to brands, what's the most interesting thing you've done when traveling with work?
There's a lot. One of them has got to be cooking for the launch of Aston Martin DB12 in Monaco.
You love your cars as well, don't you?
It's a dream. I had that car on the wall growing up, and then to have the chance to cook for a car in a place like Monaco, oh God, it was unbelievable. Like, I got some great stories from that, but it was just...
Care to share?
Afterwards.
No, come on, we want to hear.
No, just like we had... It was a great time, is what it was. And the food's one thing, but then...
Yeah, we don't want to hear about the food, Chris. We want to know the
way
stories.
I cooked them duck breasts were unbelievable. No, just like what happened after work with like just the group of people you're in. You're living in like a dream bubble for like a few weeks, staying in the best places. It was like the biggest pinch me moment ever, that was.
So what happened after work when you finished cooking those duck breasts?
Nothing untoward. Just some great memories with some lovely people.
I've got a funny one for you.
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to hear a funny
story? Yeah, I do.
My son won't appreciate this. So I was in America when I travelled with both of my two from being 3 weeks old. And Rocco, my son, he must have been about 2. We were in America and we'd spent the afternoon around the pool. We came back to the hotel, and in the car on the way, he's had his swim shorts on. They were dry. Lifted him from the car into his bed for a little afternoon nap. He woke up, and half an hour later, we tried to take his swim shorts off him, and they wouldn't come off because his foreskin of his willy had got caught in the little nets in the shorts.
Well, I can relate.
There you go. Can you?
No, I can't. But I was away with my mum and dad.
All right.
And I got this lovely new pair of swim shorts, and we went walking for miles up the coast. It's in Tenerife, actually. And then I went for a swim, and I got out, and I'm walking along. My mum's like, what is wrong with him? Why is he walking like he's done something he probably shouldn't have done? But the netting, I'm telling you, it was nothing to do with my foreskin, but it was definitely chafing. So these swimwear brands need to up their game.
They do, because my son's poor little Willie was caught in the net of the swim shorts, and we had to go. But the worst of it was when you call 911 in America, the first emergency services turn up. So a fire truck turns up, and there are firemen at my villa with an axe. And I said, you might not want to bring that axe anywhere near my son's Willie because he won't appreciate it. So we end up in a fire truck on our way to hospital. And he's not going to appreciate this story now, but there you go. I think these swimwear brands have a lot to answer for, the nets in shorts, don't they?
Netting in swim shorts, there's a business.
Yeah, any other travel tips from you,
Travel
Chris?
tips. Test your swim shorts out in the bath before you go abroad. I highly recommend it.
So before we land, I have, of course, got one question to ask you. The Mile High Club, are you a member?
I'm a founding member.
Oh!
No, I'm not actually, no.
So I've got to ask you, are you a member of Mile High
This is
Club?
not how it works. I asked the question.
Well, I'm just reading into why you would throw that on there.
The Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Am I a member? I might not be a fully fledged member, but I might have dabbled.
Doubled.
Yeah.
It's one.
Not how this works, Chris.
Oh, really?
Well, I might have been on a flight once, and I was like, there weren't that many passengers, and I might have been a little bit further down the front, and there was a bit more space, and wandering hands.
Wandering hands.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
What about your stories? What happened in Miami?
It was more the way there. Just had some very interesting conversations with someone on the plane. Didn't go any further than that.
Cabin crew or
Oh, that's another
fellow
story
passenger?
actually
Oh.
from somewhere else, Singapore. No.
You joined the Mile High
No, I
Club
don't-
with a Singapore stewardess?
No, I didn't.
Stewardess?
No, I didn't. No, I think emotions run high up in altitude, and conversations probably happen quicker than they do on the ground.
Right.
Same as like when you cry at something that isn't even sad in the air, or like.
Do you think? You think you're?
Yeah, I think so.
35,000 feet
Yeah.
up, and it's all a bit more intense.
I do. I think you cry at the movies, or you laugh even more. It's like, I think there's something shown to do with the altitude you're at. So I think if you're in a heightened situation,
What were you talking about on the way to Miami then?
the footstool actually, funnily enough.
Do what?
There's like this footstool thing. It just wasn't very good. That was how the conversation started.
Right.
Yeah.
And where did that was where the conversation started
did it
with the
go?
footstool, but where did it go?
Downhill.
Right.
Yeah. Kept on going, but it didn't get any further. I haven't dabbled.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. You don't give anything away. I've told you.
Yeah.
I've dabbled.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Right. You secretly want to, don't you?
Have a dabble in the Mile High
Yeah.
Club.
He'd like to. You got a big grin on your face.
The only issue I've got is I'm 6 foot something. Bathrooms aren't very big, are they, on the plane?
Why does it have to be in the bathroom?
Well, in front of the other passengers, I could get arrested. I think they have. They have onboard air police or something, don't they? I don't want to get tasered up in there.
What if it's a quiet flight?
I never really thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, come on. As you
Quiet
said,
flight.
you're 35,000 feet up, and feelings are heightened. It's all a bit more intense.
Yeah,
It's all a bit more intense.
it's all a bit more intense. You would know. What if it's a bit more quiet? Well, time will tell.
There's a pause.
There's
You'd
a
like
pause.
to be a member.
Hey,
Never say never.
One can dream, and dreams do come true. I'll leave you on that.
In a new
But no.
relationship now, so watch this space. Chris Faber, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Mile Fly Club, thanks so much for travelling with me on this episode. For more content like this, please click the subscribe button. And for the full podcast interview, check out the Mile Fly Club on all major audio streaming platforms. See you next week.